There's another star on the line, this time Army-Navy women's tennis here at West Point, as the Black Knights need to capture the star to keep their hopes in the overall series alive. And the Army West Point women's tennis team has been performing really well of late as they look to continue the momentum going against Navy.
No, I think we're really excited. I think the team's been playing really well over this past month, and we had a nice little run there, so we're hoping to keep the momentum going on. And it's always fun to play Navy. I think we're pretty even. I think it's going to be one of those nail biters where it's going to come down to one match, and it's going to be exciting.
The Army men's lacrosse team back in action at Lehigh Stadium. They're currently ranked 6th in the nation, thanks in large part to their defense. But they have a tough test coming in this weekend in Boston University, who just dropped out of the top 20, but they come in with a 9-2 record, as this could very well be Army's toughest test of the season outside of the Syracuse game so far.
What I believe the strength for Boston is just their completeness. They're very good in the goal. They're playing outstanding defense, holding teams under 8 goals. They face off well. They run a lot of midfielders, quality guys that can hurt you, hit you for a goal or two, and they've got 8 or 9 that can do that. And then an attack is certainly one of their strengths too. So there just isn't an area where you say, oh, that's where we can attack, that's where we can get after, and that's why they've been as successful as they have been, because there are no glaring weaknesses. They play well together. Coach Poley has put together a team that really fits well. Different guys do different things, and they all fit together. So it's going to take one of our great efforts of the season in order to come out with a victory for sure.
Women's lacrosse will play right after the men at Lehigh Stadium this Saturday, as the women still looking for their first Patriot League win. Now, despite the record in the league, Kristen Skyra has seen a lot of improvement out of her team and sees the little things that they're doing right and knows this team is trending in the right direction as they look to get their first Patriot League win against the Mountain Hawks of Lehigh.
Yeah, I think just execution, learning, making sure that we're learning from those losses, whether it be scenarios we were put in or, if we skill-wise weren't able to execute, just making sure that next time we're put in that situation, we're able to make better judgments, we're able to execute on our skills a little bit better. And that is definitely one thing that this team has done tremendously well, is they've remained students of the game, continue to get better really collectively and individually.
The Army men's rugby team will start their Varsity Cup run this Saturday. They take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. A couple of weeks ago, Army coming off a dramatic win late over Navy as they look to use that, also correct a couple of mistakes from that game to pick up the win and advance in the Varsity Cup.
The momentum is huge from that, because while we've had a strong season, the 2 games we've lost were close losses where we didn't demonstrate that same trust in each other and resiliency when things weren't going our way. And to know that we have that ability to stay the course when all the pressure is on is a real confidence booster for us. Now we need to match that with the best precision we can play with, which I don't think we saw against Navy, and I think that's a real strong formula for this team.
A couple of teams in action on the road for Army. Men's tennis will take on Boston University and Lehigh. The softball team will go down to Pennsylvania. They'll take on Lafayette. Baseball also in Pennsylvania. They're a little further west, though. They take on Bucknell. And the men's and women's track team will take part in the Delaware Open. That's going to do it for your weekend preview. For Night Vision, I'm Zach Daly.